Disney is all about telling stories. We've been telling stories for kids, now we're telling stories for adults, but the link is really to have the best storytelling possible for French and international audience. The link between all our shows, original movies, or scripted or unscripted series is that it has to be current, it has to be contemporary, it has to really be grounded into France, into French society, and to depict characters, because we're doing character-driven stories that feel true. So I think the link is really the fact that it's contemporary, and Ousekine was a true story, was a local story that could really resonate for international audiences, and a story that had never been told. So it was also important for us to really dive into those local stories, and show also the audience, as you were saying, Elsa, that there is content for everyone on Disney+. And that's what is the link between all that we're saying with Julia is the best storytelling possible, the best stories possible. The Disney is all about telling stories. We've been telling stories for kids, now we're telling stories for adults, but the link is really to have the best storytelling possible for French and international audience.
And how do you greenlight shows?
First, we develop shows because for scripted series, we really think that we need to take the time to develop. Becoming Karl Lagerfeld, it's 2 years of writing. So we work really closely with the writers. We work really closely with the producers. I have a team who is amazing and really engaged into working with the writers and producers to develop the show and really to launch the show when we feel it's at its best place, and we're really proud of what we've done up until now. And the way we greenlight is usually we commission in terms of development, it's 1 or 2 scripts, episode 1 and episode 2, plus season arc, and then based on that, budget plus cast attached, we then go to greenlight.
I see. And what about you? Are you sometimes taking stuff that Kévin passed on? Does it happen?
No, I don't think so. We have our own different projects.
Maybe sometimes, you get something and you're like, well, that's not quite for an original production. And then you're like, oh, why don't you read that? No, doesn't happen?
Oh, yes. We discuss a lot, of course. Every decision I make, Kévin is aware of it, because again, it's complementarity between our two, between original production and acquisition. So maybe sometime a show that skews a little bit too family, Kévin would pass because it's not in his editorial needs, I would say, and it can be more of interest for me because as again there is this co-viewing aspect in the show that is really interesting, and I think it can happen.
In terms of genres, in original productions, it's serialized show we're doing. And in terms of acquisitions, it can be procedural. So, for example, if a producer comes to me with a procedural and he then develops it for a linear channel, we're aware of it, and Julia is obviously aware of it, and that's how we work together. But the way we work together on movies, on pre-buys. Our teams are interconnected.
Do you receive a lot of scripts?
Yes, we do. For movies, I think we received 300 scripts in 2023, last year.
Wow.
In 1 year.
Yeah, and in terms of original productions, it's probably, it's difficult to say, but it's 10 projects a week, something like that. So yeah, we receive a lot of projects, which is good because it means that the French creative community knows we're here and knows what we're doing. But yeah, it's a lot, and that's why my team is really engaged, because we have to read a lot and we really have to be as fast as possible to find the best projects. But sometimes ideas and projects come during a conversation with a producer, wanting to explore a genre. For example, at the moment we want to explore local comedies. We want to explore romance, new romance, these kind of genres. So we're also telling the producer what we are looking for, and we're trying to bring agility into the way we are working with them. Meaning, we're really asking for a short pitch, and if we feel it could be for us, we ask for a treatment. If not, we pass. But we're trying to really to bring this agility between the markets and us, because things can change, and depending on what we have in development, what we are looking for is different, because we want to have a really wide slate of different genres, from thrillers to comedy to drama to elevated soap opera. So it can be really broad. So it's again about complementarity.